It's been 33 years since the Sanderson sisters first flew across Salem. But did you know one of the film's iconic teenagers was actually a 24-year-old adult pretending to be a high schooler? We all watch this classic every October, yet few realize how drastically life changed for the cast after the cameras stopped rolling. Today, we're breaking down the shocking transformations, the actors who completely vanished from Hollywood, and the tragic losses of the stars we loved. From Bette Midler's legendary legacy to a jaw-dropping secret about Binks the cat, here is what happened to the cast of Hocus Pocus. Winifred Sanderson, Bette Midler. For generations of Americans, Halloween doesn't truly begin until Bette Midler storms across the screen as Winifred Sanderson. Born on December 1st, 1945 in Honolulu, Hawaii, Midler was 47 years old, not 48, when Hocus Pocus first premiered in July 1993. Winifred is a timeless villain because her wickedness is fueled by a deeply human desperation. She is a woman terrified of fading away, masking her vulnerability with razor-sharp sarcasm, a commanding presence, and that unforgettable scream of authority. Midler, already an iconic, multi-talented superstar of stage and screen, channeled her legendary Broadway energy into this Disney classic. She treated every oversized glare and musical insult with the precise comedic rhythm that only a seasoned performer could master. While Hocus Pocus initially underperformed at the box office, audiences rediscovered the film on television and home video year after year. Through this annual autumn tradition, Winifred evolved from a campy movie character into the literal embodiment of the holiday itself. Today, at 80 years old, Midler's performance remains as electric as ever, cementing her legacy of generational immortality. Winifred Sanderson doesn't merely age into nostalgia, she returns every October like a beloved spell we are always happy to fall under. Sarah Sanderson. Sarah Jessica Parker. Sarah Sanderson, the hypnotic and childlike witch whose eerie innocence masks a genuinely dangerous nature, was brilliantly brought to life by Sarah Jessica Parker. Born on March 25, 1965 in Nelsonville, Ohio, Parker was 28 years old when Hocus Pocus enchanted theaters in July 1993. While the character could have easily devolved into a simple comic stereotype, Parker infused Sarah with an unpredictable, mesmerizing energy. She crafted a villain who was simultaneously floaty, flirtatious, and dreamy, yet strange enough to keep audiences perpetually on edge. This delicate balance is perfectly captured in her haunting siren song, "Come Little Children." Rather than relying on aggressive, booming theatrics, Parker delivers the melody with a chilling softness. This choice makes the underlying danger feel seductive, rather than loud, embodying the exact kind of Halloween magic that is playful on the surface, but deeply unsettling underneath. Following her flight through Salem, Parker's career skyrocketed globally when she starred as Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City, cementing her status as one of television's ultimate fashion and cultural icons. Yet despite her modern sophistication, millions of Americans still fondly return to Salem every October to watch her dance through the sky. Now 61 years old, Parker's enduring performance stands as definitive proof that cult classics survive because certain characters never truly leave popular culture. They simply wait patiently for each new generation to discover their spell. Mary Sanderson. Kathy Najimy. Mary Sanderson, the anxious middle sister whose loyalty and comic panic ground the Sanderson trio, was brilliantly portrayed by Kathy Najimy. Born on February 6, 1957 in San Diego, California, Najimy was 36 years old when Hocus Pocus premiered in July 1993. While Mary is fondly remembered for her signature crooked smile and chaotic vacuum-riding escapades, Najimy gave her a profound humanity beneath the absurdity. Unlike Winifred's ruthless ambition or Sarah's seductive danger, Mary operates purely from emotion. She craves approval, safety, and the comfort of family fiercely protecting her sisters even as their plans collapse around them. Najimy utilized her impeccable physical comedy and natural warmth to elevate Mary from a background sidekick into the essential emotional glue of the trio. Off-screen, Najimy was already a familiar and respected face to American audiences, celebrated for her breakout role in Sister Act and her passionate, lifelong activism. She has always beautifully balanced Hollywood humor with outspoken, real-world conviction. Now 69 years old, Najimy's performance remains strangely comforting to generations of viewers. Mary is chaotic, nervous, and deeply imperfect, yet her fierce devotion to her family makes her incredibly relatable. It is exactly why millions of American families happily welcome her back into their living rooms every Halloween season. Max Dennison, Omri Katz. Max Dennison, the skeptical California teenager whose careless curiosity accidentally awakens the Sanderson sisters, was portrayed by Omri Katz. Born on May 30th, 1976 in Los Angeles, Katz was just 17 years old when Hocus Pocus hit theaters in July 1993. Max resonates with audiences because he feels entirely believable. He is awkward, sarcastic, and trying a bit too hard to impress his peers while secretly feeling out of place in a new town. As the ultimate outsider in Salem, he represents the kid who scoffs at local folklore until he finds himself trapped inside it. Katz anchored the film with a grounded realism. Without his sincerity, the witch's theatrical chaos wouldn't feel nearly as magical. Decades later, it is the vulnerability beneath Max's teenage bravado that keeps him endearing. He is desperate to seem mature, yet forced to find genuine courage when fantasy becomes a dangerous reality. Following the film, Katz gradually stepped away from the Hollywood spotlight to pursue a quieter private life. This choice only deepened the nostalgia for the generation that grew up alongside him. Now 50 years old, Max remains the quintessential coming-of-age Halloween hero, not because he is fearless or extraordinary, but because he is brave enough to protect his family and the people he loves when it matters most. Allison Watts. Vanessa Shaw. Allison Watts, the intelligent Salem teenager whose deep knowledge of local history transforms fear into heroic action, was gracefully portrayed by Vanessa Shaw. Born on July 19, 1976 in Los Angeles, California, Shaw was just 17 years old when Hocus Pocus enchanted audiences in July 1993. While the character could have easily been relegated to a simple romantic interest, for Max, Shaw infused Allison with a steady, captivating maturity. She projected confidence without arrogance and curiosity without recklessness, displaying a thoughtful courage that never felt showy. Allison understands the gravity of Salem's dark past long before Max takes it seriously. When the Sanderson sisters resurrect her sharp instincts, allow her to believe the impossible quickly enough to outsmart them. Shaw's grounded performance brings a much-needed calm to the film's supernatural chaos, beautifully balancing Danny's childhood bravery and Max's nervous teenage sarcasm with quiet intelligence. Following her night in Salem, Shaw transitioned into a respected adult career, starring in sophisticated projects like Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut and the thriller The Hills Have Eyes, proving her impressive dramatic range. Now, 50 years old, Shaw's Allison remains one of the film's most enduring figures, a nostalgic reminder for longtime fans that in a world filled with wild spells and flying witches, wisdom is often its own kind of magic. Emily Binks, Amanda Shepard. Emily Binks, the innocent colonial child whose tragic fate gives Hocus Pocus its emotional beginning, was portrayed by Amanda Shepard. Born on May 28, 1985 in Los Angeles, California, Shepard was only 8 years old when the film premiered in July 1993. Though Emily appears only briefly at the start of the movie, her presence lingers over the entire narrative. She serves as a chilling reminder of what the Sanderson sisters are truly capable of before the story shifts into colorful comedic chaos. Her disappearance is the foundational wound that shapes the entire plot, directly causing Thackeray Binks's transformation from a helpless older brother into a soul trapped for centuries by guilt and devotion. Shepard's performance is remarkably quiet and vulnerable. That simplicity allows the opening sequence to feel genuinely haunting without becoming too dark for a Disney family film. Following her memorable turn in Salem, Shepard stepped away from mainstream Hollywood to pursue a private life outside the spotlight. This departure has only added a sense of nostalgic mystery to her role for longtime fans, now 41 years old. Shepard's Emily Binks remains definitive proof that even a brief character can become unforgettable when they carry the emotional weight behind an entire adventure. Ernie. Ice. Larry Bagby. Ernie. Ice. The cocky teenage bully whose attitude is far louder than his actual courage was memorably portrayed by Larry Bagby. Born on March 7, 1975 in Marysville, California, Bagby was 18 years old, not 19 when Hocus Pocus hit theaters in July 1993. Ice is not dangerous in the supernatural sense. Instead, he represents a more ordinary childhood nuisance, the local troublemaker who humiliates others just to feel powerful. This makes his character highly amusing once the movie shifts into real magical chaos, as his tough guy persona suddenly shrinks next to ancient witches' curses and a talking cat. Bagby plays him with the perfect blend of arrogance and cluelessness, making Ice entertaining rather than genuinely malicious. Alongside his sidekick, Jay Bagby perfectly captures the distinct teenage atmosphere of early 90s Salem, giving Max a real-world obstacle before the magical ones take over. Following his memorable turn in Salem, Bagby enjoyed a prolific career in television and film, appearing in beloved projects like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the Johnny Cash biopic Walk the Line, while also pursuing his passion as a country musician. Now 51 years old, Bagby's Ice remains one of those small, classic characters fans instantly recognize, proof that even a neighborhood bully can become a cherished part of a film's nostalgic charm. Jay Tobias Jelinek. Jay, the leather jacket-wearing teenage sidekick who helps make Max's first days in Salem incredibly uncomfortable, was portrayed by Tobias Jelinek. Born on March 9, 1969 in Leesburg, Virginia, Jelinek was actually 24 years old, not 16, when Hocus Pocus premiered in July 1993. Jay works beautifully on screen because he perfectly captures a teenager pretending to be much tougher than he actually is. He hides his adolescent insecurities behind a harsh posture, cheap sarcasm, and the safety net of having his buddy Ice beside him. Together, the duo brings a grounded human conflict to the narrative, before the supernatural elements explode. Their antics remind the audience that Max is already struggling to fit into a new town well before he awakens ancient witches. Jelinek infused Jay with a loose, cocky energy specific to the early 1990s, keeping the performance light enough that the bullying feels more playful than genuinely mean-spirited. Following his memorable stint in Salem, Jelinek carved out a highly successful career as a versatile character actor. Modern television viewers will easily recognize him from his roles in massive hits like Stranger Things' Arrow Agents of SHIELD and Mindhunter. Now 57 years old, Jelinek's Jay remains a beloved piece of the film's nostalgic tapestry, the perfect supporting character to make Salem feel real before the true magic takes over. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. See you in the next one.